Bitcoin continues to play mind games, hovering just above $11,000. I did this prediction video around 9 days ago, and Bitcoin is one move away from hitting our target in that prediction video, and it plays in perfectly with real-time micro technical analysis. Let's cover what Bitcoin is doing right now in this video. Hey everyone, thanks for coming by. Happy Saturday. Hit the subscribe on the way in, and let's talk about this. So I did a video right here, September 10th. Down here, it was like 10,300 something. Watch this quick clip. This is the area I believe Bitcoin is going to retrace to at the very least test the 786 line, sitting right around $11,800 to $900, down to the 618, right around $11,500. I truly think Bitcoin will retest this area. $10,368. We are above $11,000 right now. And you can see Bitcoin on the trajectory to testing that area. Now, kind of risky business doing a prediction video in the first place, but also risky business when Bitcoin is under the 50 moving average after just falling pretty strongly through the 50 moving average, that blue line. In that video, I talked about why I thought Bitcoin was going to retrace at least to test this area. Now, that area is so important. It's so key right now because if Bitcoin reaches that area, it will have broken this neckline around 11,100 of this head and shoulders that we've been tracking, and also the 50-day moving average. Now, I said this plays into real-time technical analysis because it does. We have a couple rising wedges that Bitcoin is in right now and kind of breaking out of. It's broken out of one. And when we're looking at and we're analyzing Bitcoin, we're not doing it so much to get a prediction of exactly where Bitcoin's going to go to. We're doing it so we can get confirmation of, is Bitcoin in a bull environment or not? Are the bulls in control or are the bears in control? And right now, Bitcoin finally, after 9 days, is in this uptrend, finally getting ready to test really key areas, namely this area up here that we talked about in that prediction video. So I want to throw this out there because I'm not trying to continually do these bullish videos all the time. I want to give you a bearish scenario as well. We might not even reach this area that I did in that prediction video. The 50 moving average is just above us. This neckline is just above us. And if we zoom out, we are technically looking for a very similar move that Bitcoin had coming out of that March swing low when Bitcoin broke through the 50 moving average here, saw support at the 50 moving average, continued an uptrend. And we even see kind of this very similar series of higher highs and higher lows in Bitcoin, less dramatic because there really wasn't as much capitulation as there was back in March. But one thing to note is this: when Bitcoin was breaking this 50 moving average back here, Bitcoin saw initial rejection. So we had a swing low right here, March 29th or so, to the swing high at the 50 moving average resistance. And you can see Bitcoin saw resistance, a bounce off the 50 moving average, came all the way back down to around $6,500, bounced off the 618 of this Fibonacci support, and we broke back above the 50 moving average. Now, that is in play. That is a very similar move that we might see on Bitcoin. Bitcoin doesn't always just break right back through the 50 moving average. We can see resistance, as we just saw that happened back then. And if we see resistance, this is the bearish scenario. This is what we'd be looking at. I talked about this briefly in yesterday's video. Swing low to swing high, 50 moving average, maybe a little lower, maybe this previous swing high that Bitcoin is in right now. We could have a pullback to this area right around $10,300 or so, right? So keep that in mind. That doesn't have to be a terrible situation. Now let's get into the technical analysis of it all. What's going on in the short-term 6-hour charts? What patterns are in play? So what has transpired really since I did that video, September 10th or so, and just before, we had this rising wedge Bitcoin basically started trading in. We had a breakout September 14th of that rising wedge. Bitcoin over the last, 5 days or so has seen higher highs and higher lows. We've hit our target of this breakout of this rising wedge, and we've fallen into a new rising wedge. And I'm hoping you can see these lines. They're kind of light, but we're in another rising wedge very similar to that last one, right? So And we do. We have around three touches at the bottom trend line. We have around 2 touches upper trend line. And right now we're testing that upper trend line confluent with this green horizontal line. That's the neckline of that head and shoulders that we talked about that Bitcoin broke below. So that's a big resistance area, and Bitcoin is there. We're testing it. Now, if you look at the breakout target of this rising wedge, you can see it is right around $11,700 to $11,800. Now, in that prediction video, that is right around the Fibonacci retracement, and you can see the Fibonacci retracement. This is the prediction area that I did in that video. It is pretty much exactly where Bitcoin would break out to if we get a breakout out of this upper trend line in this rising wedge. Now, that's all good and dandy. It could happen. That would be very nice, right? I might have shot myself in the foot by doing that prediction video because right now we're at really key resistance. This neckline, I'm telling you, and then just above the neckline, remember, the 50-day moving average is right around 11,264 on this chart. So 11,264 is right around here, right around the 200 moving average on this 6-hour chart. So look at all the resistance currently ahead for Bitcoin. From where it trades now, we're looking at just about 1%, a 1% range. And I'm trying to zoom in here so you can see a 1% range for Bitcoin resistance. What will Bitcoin do today, Saturday, September 19th? That's what I'll be watching. If Bitcoin can break above not only this neckline, but this area, 11,200 to 11,300, the 50 moving average on the daily chart, then this area, that I did in that prediction video, very much in play for Bitcoin. And that is it. We've made it, right? And it's taken some patience to get there. And the importance of it, you might be like, well, Dan, what's the big deal? The importance of it is, what does Bitcoin do when it gets to this area? Do we break through? A breakthrough, this Fibonacci retracement, up to around 11,900 or so, 11,800, 11,900, a breakthrough and above that area is bullish confirmation. And then we will be tracking Bitcoin to see how it operates in this area, 12,500, the swing high that we had in the middle of August. So it's really stepping stones for Bitcoin to enter into the true environment that we all wanted to enter into, namely the bull market doors. I've covered it a lot on this channel. It's the bull market high to, we're talking about the 2017 bull market high to the bear market low. And it's right around here. It's 16,000 to 13,000. Without charting it, that's the long-term macro Fibonacci retracement. Those are the bull market doors. And you can see Bitcoin starting to make a potential move to test that area. But it really all starts with this shorter time frame, these shorter patterns, how it operates in these shorter term resistance areas, namely this Fibonacci retracement that I did in that prediction video. Listen, we might not get there. I appreciate you just kind of rocking with me on this channel, tracking it. I know a lot of this kind of seems repetitive, but this is it. Look at the slow growth of Bitcoin. This is what we do. We track it daily to see what it's going to do. So we finally get to a target area and we say, okay, is there going to be confirmation for the bulls or is there confirmation for the bears? And then you can really analyze your portfolio. You can analyze the markets. You can figure out what you want to do. This is not financial advice. I'm just providing data, providing you my opinion. And I hope it helps in some sense. But this is what we're watching. I'm just tracking it this Saturday as we get this day started. I hope you're having a great weekend so far. I hope you have a great weekend. If you're here and not a subscriber, hit the subscribe, hit the like on the way out. It means a lot. I appreciate you. Have an awesome day and God bless.